Hello traders, and welcome to Trading the Trend. I am Dennis, and this is my weekend look at the markets for week ending November 4th, and we're looking at the S&P 500, and as you can see, we had a pretty ugly week. This is the weekly chart, and I had this little downward channel drawn, and we blew right through that on the S&P 500 this week. If we look at this on through the Dow 30, nice down week also. Broke below what is that, 1800? That's a very important level. We broke below that. We haven't quite broke through the channel, but we're definitely getting close. And if we look at this on the NASDAQ, it's a little bit different pattern, but still we had some major support here. We broke through it. Now we're closing in on that 5,000 level. So this is all on the presidential election now. The market seems to be pricing in a Donald Trump victory at this point, although it wasn't exactly doing great when they thought Hillary was going to win. So what happens on Tuesday is anybody's guess at this point. The polls are saying one thing. A lot of people think the other. Obviously, the market does not believe what the polls are saying. So Tuesday will tell the story. I would not be heavy in anything unless you are willing to take a big gamble, because if you're wrong, you could get hit pretty hard if the market really moves in any one direction. So that's what the stocks look like. Now, how is this affecting our commodities? We'll look at oil first, and this is all hurting oil right now. Oil was already had already given up the major resistance area at 51 here last week. It had a good down week, and then we had a really good down week this week. So this could either, again, based on how the election goes, it could either head lower or head higher. I would think that the oil market would like a Donald Trump president, because he would be pro-drilling, while Hillary, at least her public stance, is that she's against drilling, but of course her private stance is that she's for drilling. So on the side of gold, of course took a nice jump as the dollar crashed this week. So gold is looking good right now, and that could spike up even further on a Trump victory on Tuesday. So we'll be watching that. Silver and gold miners are very similar to this. And then we're going to look at the currencies. And here is my strong week rankings, and you can see a lot has changed from the week before. US dollar was strong last week. Now it is heading towards the bottom, down to number 6, and just barely ahead of the yen. And of course the CAD is all the way at number 8 because of the declining price of oil. And New Zealand is number 1 because of the rising price of gold. So you don't normally see commodities go in two totally different directions like this. Normally oil and gold will move up at the same time, but here we have a complete opposite movement. And actually that New Zealand CAD trade would not be a bad thing to be in right now. It's not one I normally trade in, though. Now let's look at some currency pairs. And here is our Euro US dollar weekly chart. And you can see with the dollar getting weak, we had a nice strong move in the euro. If this continues, we'll probably be looking to take on that that red line up here at 114. That could come in play once again as we continue to trade inside this sideways range. And if we look at the Aussie US dollar, again, you got a blue candle. The Aussie was stronger than the dollar, although not a lot stronger. The Aussie weakened a bit itself this past week. And if we look at the US dollar yen. That one had a pretty good down candle. It challenged that 105 level and rejected it again. And this is pretty much an engulfing candle, so I would be looking for some continuation on this one. Unless the election is completely fools the market, I would expect this one to head on down and maybe challenge this 100 level again, regardless of what happens in the election. Any others we want to look at? I don't think so. That's pretty much it. The market is pretty much waiting for the election. It's kind of telling us what it thinks going to happen, but you know how that goes. It could be wrong, so we'll have to wait and see. So everyone has a great weekend, and I will catch you later.